and the Beast podcast.
Yo, Bully and the Beast podcast. I'm Lorel.
Yo, it's your boy Wax. What up?
This is a very special episode right here. And we have two guests that I am absolutely honored to have on the show.
Yes.
And that's my brother and sister. And not just because we all light skinned, but because we
I'm
go
the
way,
ugly
way back.
duckling over here.
Yeah, at least he know. He said it, not me. We got DJ Shrimp and Gia Casey in the building. Yeah.
I ain't gonna do you like that, Envy.
Oh, man.
Envy.
I mean, it's all good. It's all
DJ
good.
Shrimp.
It's all good.
I never knew that was your first DJ name. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was 5'4" and I was little, so I was DJ Shrimp. Thank God I grew.
I love it. So I only know about this because you never told me out of your own mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I read it in the book that you guys got coming out. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Like, I haven't read a book in, I'm sorry to admit this, and it's pretty sad, but I can't even remember the last time I read a book, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I know I never did.
Yeah, I've listened to an audio book, the one about Trump, when they was like exposing his secrets.
Okay.
But that's only because I was doing it for work so that I could. But when I read this book right here, I was like, wow, like it's so many things that even though we known about, like maybe we might have heard about certain things, but to go into detail and really just open up the way that y'all did, I think is so dope. I think it's going to help so many people. And it's called Real Life, Real Love. And it comes out April 19th. Now, Wax. What?
Yeah, it's kind of like ours. Y'all know we had a book coming out, and ours is almost like that.
It is. It's very similar.
Really?
Yeah, so I think we're going to kind of like battle you guys because ours comes out April 20th.
Oh, 420. Okay.
Yeah, and what's the name of it again?
It's Fake Love.
Fake Love, Real Hate.
Fake Love, Real Hate.
Fake Love, Real Hate. So it's going to be in stores the day out there. But see, ours is a little different.
Yeah, I was like,
right? What is it about?
It's our life, man. I really hate like giving her weed. I hate talking to her.
I hate talking to him.
Yeah,
but,
you guys have a podcast together.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. We don't really have a choice.
So it's Fake Love, Real Hate.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna be number one, and y'all could be number two on the.
I'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Top 10, top 10, baby.
We decided to do the book as soon as we read yours.
Really?
Put it out quick.
And it's being published by. Who's it published by?
Simon and the Shoe Guy.
It's Simon the Shoe Guy.
The Shoe Guy.
So make sure y'all go get that.
Simon the Shoe Guy.
The Shoe Guy.
Simon the Shoe
Give me
Guy.
some Timbs, bro.
So it's going down. So y'all can pick which
My
book y'all
goodness.
want to pick. No, but seriously, everybody should go out and get this out. And I think it was perfect for y'all to be on this show because you know what we do on this show. We give out advice.
Yes.
It may not be the y'all gave out good advice. Imagine Wax's.
Listen, mine just come from the heart and from the mind. I don't really look at nothing really. See what I'm saying? So we got it. Let's see what we got, man.
You know, me and Wax talk almost every morning. So.
Yeah, every morning
So-
at the Breakfast Club.
It's crazy that we got the same birthday.
Yep.
You know what I'm
9-3.
saying?
I don't know how that's possible because they couldn't be so far from different.
I don't know nothing.
Are you guys the same age?
Yep. No.
I think Wax is a
Not
little
just the
younger than
same
me.
birth date, so the same.
I think Wax a little younger. I think Wax.
Yeah, he's younger.
Wax is younger than me.
38.
Like you can't tell by the bald spot he has under the hat. But like, but
I
other than
gotta
that,
have it. Listen.
So that's why I've never seen you without a hat
Yes,
either.
I got
the bald
So,
spot.
about 5 minutes before these cameras started rolling, I saw Wax without his sunglasses for the first time ever.
And you know what's
Ever.
crazy? Envy came in here for the first time you ever see me with glasses on. I see him every single day.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, me wear glasses now. I've never seen Wax with sunglasses. Never, ever.
Never ever.
he
never
always
wears
wears
sunglasses.
them.
Wax and I sat together in the DMV about
Yes.
5 years ago for 7 hours.
And I had the hoodie on just like this.
And the entire
Glad
time,
out the way.
he had his sunglasses on.
I went-
I'm like, how do you do this?
Well, maybe not, because you know when I'm with Wax, it's usually action time. Just like he might have to throw somebody out a window or beat somebody up, so he never has his glasses on. It's
This
just-
really happens every time I ever been around him. He gets punked.
I've never seen Wax.
What?
We've been in all types of situations too.
Yes, very. All
Envy.
around the world.
Yeah, all around the world. Yeah.
Why you never this stuff when you around me? Why I got to see the bitch?
You know what? Women can always get me at the end of the day. There's nothing I can do with women, child support, the IRS. Y'all
It's so crazy. This is ridiculous.
Shit.
Well, I think that we should, before we get into more in the show, let's talk about some of these people that got their own problems going on, and
we
we're
got
going to help them a little bit.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what the issue
got real
is.
problems,
We
too.
was getting these emails, and they was like either this long or this long.
Yeah.
And in there, we either didn't have enough details, or they was elaborating about bullshit that didn't really matter. So we just made shit up.
Yeah, we fill the holes up.
Yeah, we just made shit up. And then now we had to remix it a little bit and try to be strict on them because they like, no, that's not what it was. They try to call back and tell us that's not what it was, but you ain't tell us.
You tell us shit.
So they might be a little lengthy.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be on point.
All right, let's listen.
Right, Smith? Yeah. Okay.
Now, let's see what we got.
Now, if you want some advice, all you got to do is email us at...
thebullyandthebeast@gmail.com.
Okay. Hey, L'Oreal and Wax
Yo.
and Envy and Gia. First, let me say...
What's up?
First, let me say I fell in love with L'Oreal's voice from the Morning Hustle
They
one day. I
lying
know
to
that's
you.
right. Where's my bell?
Ain't no bell or nothing good.
Yeah. What? You got the bell?
Well, come on.
He said I got sounds. He'll go to the iPad. I'm gonna give you a little bell.
There you go.
Insert sound.
Somehow I end up clicking on this podcast. You have a very nice voice. Oh, he said
It must
that.
be a guy
Thank
trying
you.
to smash.
And Wax, they do come down on you hard, but you are freaking hilarious. We
I don't
could have
know
left
that.
that part out. Anyways, my name is T from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been with my boyfriend for 6 going on 7 years now. I am 27 and he is 30. I feel like shit is real stagnant between us. We've been through ups and downs. He's cheated in the past. I've forgiven him, so I'm past that. However, lately, I have been feeling like it's no purpose in this damn relationship. Since the pandemic hit, I have created another source of income besides my primary job. And I feel like he isn't motivated, nor are we working towards a common goal. No ring, no kids, no nothing.
Yeah.
We have gained 2 cars and a great paying job. But that's typical shit.
Yeah.
I think my problem is I started off too strong in the beginning and have completely worn myself out. He does have a child that I've watched grow, and now I feel like I'm connected for that sole purpose. I feel like we've been together so long that he should know what I like by now, or at least know my wants and needs. He says, I think because he doesn't have a side business like I do, that I think less of him, which is not even the case. I have been the breadwinner from day one because we met at a job we worked at together. First mistake. That's what she said, not me. And
Yes,
I was in a supervisory role. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm acting like you.
Make it up.
But I was not his supervisor, though. That's not even my character. I think he is intimidated by my success. He doesn't share my work. He shares his family career as support. Anytime I want to do anything regarding my family, he's tired, but wants me to be ready to do stuff he wants to do. This is long.
Yeah.
Last but not least, I think I lost myself. I was fixing my hair, and he asked where I was going. I told him nowhere, just getting ready to go to work for tomorrow. He texts my phone while upstairs. Oh, so you doing your hair for work? This motherfucker act like this motherfucker act like I wasn't the baddest thing at the job. Nails and hair stayed done. Nice kicks and all that. What is wrong with men? I think he is clearly intimidated, and I'm thinking about moving back to North Carolina because I did move away 1 year into our relationship, and I miss my family. Oh, yeah. He's not even slightly spontaneous. No intimacy, hardly ever. I mean, how could you get turned on by someone who doesn't even have that confidence? He claims he's an introvert, but not when it comes to these bitches. I know that's right. Okay.
Hey.
Let him tell it. I'm the social butterfly, but I'm literally trying to make connections to get the bag while he brings hardly nothing to the table. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, come
Definitely needed to vent, but I love you guys.
It's your fault.
Woo, girl.
It's her fault.
But what's her question at the end?
I don't know.
There's no question.
Yeah, we going.
Should I leave? Should I stay?
I guess
Should
she
I
wants
cheat?
to move back
Should I
to
what?
North Carolina. So,
Follow your heart.
I guess it is.
Did you
Should
just
I
say
leave?
follow your heart?
Yeah,
That's your answer?
because she followed her heart in the beginning. She followed her heart in the beginning, so keep on following your heart. You followed your heart that got you there so fast. Now follow your heart to get you out of there fast. I'm saying it's all the women's fault at the end of the day. Like, you supposed to know exactly. Y'all pick us anyway.
Wait,
So-
hold on. Did you just say it's all the women's fault?
Yeah, yeah. That's what he
It's a
said.
woman's fault. If whatever you got, the women's, we're the cars. You have to go to the car lot. It's up to you exactly what you get. What you get. It's all up to you. Now, if you sit there, you better go get this Carfax. You better find out what's going on with this before you go ahead and buy
So
it.
if you,
Anybody got a pillow? This gonna be good. This gonna be good.
Because y'all pick us.
if you're a hoopty, you just happy and satisfied to be a hoopty.
No. I mean, if you,
It's
you
all
gotta,
good.
I think the woman
Because you
got to
picked me, so I suck. But it's your bad for picking me.
Yes. Because
It's all making sense now.
No, because it's all up to the woman to pick us. Though we can't pick a woman.
Why not?
Y'all gotta agree to.
So-
Y'all gotta agree.
So
to
you
let us get
think
it.
that men are just complacent and they're the ones that are sitting there for the choosing or to be chosen?
No, we try, and then it's up to y'all. Y'all could be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna let you get it, or I'm not gonna let you get it.
Get what?
My love, or wants to be with you.
That's not what he meant.
So what do you have to say to all of the women that say that it is so difficult to find a good man if men are just sitting around waiting to be chosen?
I think that girls that sit there is like a guy would get any girl that's gonna come to him and get him. It's like a girl
No,
that
they'll
have a bunch
sleep.
of
They'll
friends.
sleep with anybody
That's
that comes
right.
to them.
Yes.
But they're not gonna get any girl that comes to them.
If the girl play her cards right, she'll get them.
Wax, come on.
I'm telling
How
you.
long were you not faithful for?
I understand that, but no, you're right. But if that girl, any one of them girls who played their cards right, they could have got me. It's just something that made me be like, now I'm gonna disconnect right there. I'm gonna put you on number 2. I had you on number 1. I just downgrade you. You know what I'm saying? Get a new player
That's
that come
not true.
in.
Because sometimes you say after you nut, then you
Yeah, that
change
was
your
some
mind.
of them because you know what I'm saying. Once you got that in your body, you don't have good judgment. I think everybody should release and then before you sign any paper or anything. 'Cause I think that's where you have your best judgment at.
So then to you, what's playing their cards right? You said if they play their cards right, they're in there like swimwear.
Yeah, it all depends on what I need in my life. If I need a point guard at that time, if you could be the best point guard at that time, and that's what I need. I'm gonna keep you around. If you keep on getting better and better, you have a LeBron career.
So you're just a user.
Yes.
So they have to assess what your needs are.
Yes.
No,
and then you're just going to use them for fulfilling those needs.
Same thing with them.
You gotta be a mind reader.
Yeah.
No, it's the same thing. It's like I got to be everything for them too. Like I don't think they're gonna pick me if I'm not what they need.
See how I encourage this reciprocity?
Yeah.
Because at first it was just
No. I'm there for you.
One direction.
Anything that you need from me, that's why you pick me, because you be like, you know, I think this guy could sit there and take me to where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to make sure I fulfill everything for you. But I need you to help me to help us.
If somebody's not there, I don't think you could just convince them to be with someone. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you don't want to be in a committed relationship, you can't just come around, meet the person, and convince them to do so.
Of course not.
Yes.
It got to be what they want to do.
Right. Well, Shorty's complacent. In the email, she's complacent. The problem
Yeah.
with her being complacent is she allowing him to do these things.
Right.
She's
Yes.
allowing him to be controlling. She's allowing him to not to be intimate. She's allowing him to not be part of that relationship.
Right.
She's been with him, 7 years, she said. He has a kid from another relationship. It seems like she wants a kid.
Yeah.
She wants to be married. She wants a
Yes.
relationship.
Family,
If
she
he's
keeps
not,
mentioning.
if he's not going to be that for her, I wouldn't beg for it. He knows what you want. They've been around. And if he's not willing to give you what you want, then throw him the deuces. Nigga, I'll see you later.
Yes.
And it might be, let me just throw you the deuces so he could fix up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you don't, like,
You
I mean,
threaten.
me and Wax say this all the time, or me and Charlamagne say this too. Sometimes you got to get threatened, right? So you understand what it really is.
Right.
And I think in this situation, he feels like he could do what he wants to do, and he's doing what he wants to do.
Yes.
But if he understands, look, I'm about to lose the best thing in the world to me. If
I'ma
that is the best
straighten
thing
up.
to him,
Come on
I'm gonna
now.
straighten up. I'm
I'ma
gonna fix up.
straighten up.
And I don't think she's put it down to him like that.
Yes, a man only gonna do what a girl allow him to do. Believe me, if she want to shut it down, she got ways of shutting everything down for you.
But one thing I read in there, the finances, I think she keeps coming back to that, right? She brings it up a lot, but she says it's not really a factor, but she told us it was.
Right.
So you're telling him it's not. You're not really being completely honest, and that's the issue too.
But he's lazy. She said he was lazy. He sits at home and does nothing. During the pandemic, she created
That's her
another
fault.
business.
But
and
she
he was
told
chilling.
us that. She
fault.
told him that wasn't the fact.
Yeah.
I've always been the breadwinner, so that's not what it is.
Correct. Well, she needs to tell him, like, get up off your ass. You need to get out there and work.
But that, dare I say, masculine energy, I'm the breadwinner.
Yeah.
I've always been the breadwinner.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
basically subconsciously telling your man to fall back.
Like you don't need him either.
You acting like you don't need him, so why is he going to step up to the plate? You know, sometimes, and listen, I'm going to be honest, I believe in masculine and feminine roles
Right.
in a
Blessings,
relationship.
blessings.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that a woman can't take on more masculine characteristics when it
At
comes
times.
to personality and actions, and a man can't take on feminine ones.
Right.
Sometimes there's definitely a gray area. But I love for a man to treat me like a woman. I want my door opened. I
Right.
want the lawn mowed. I don't want to take out the trash. I don't ever want to be like, oh yeah, I could do that myself, or I can make my own money. Yes,
Right.
I can.
Yes.
And I do want to make my own money. A lot of things I don't want to do because I'm a woman and I want to be treated delicately.
I don't
in
even
certain
think I would
situations.
use that word breadwinner when I'm talking about my relationship. I wouldn't use that word at all. That sounds like
It's a statement of power and
Yeah.
authority.
Yeah.
And when you take on that type of position, you're demeaning the person that you're with, even though you may not
And y'all
really
not
Yes.
It's subconsciously condescending.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's doing. And just by those little subtle cues that she's
demotivate him.
off, it's demotivating him.
Yes.
It's making him feel like, all right, you got it, then go.
Let me see
Yeah.
what you got.
Do what you do.
You getting cute
thing.
for work?
Okay,
Yeah.
then you don't need me to get a side hustle. You don't
Yeah.
need for me to provide for you. You don't need me
Breadwinner.
to
I'm gonna get a
step up
side
to
chick now.
breadwinner.
But that's also
Go
insecurity.
ahead.
Yeah.
The fact that he's so upset that she's getting nice for work.
That's true,
He's
too.
feeling like has somebody at work, or it could mean he's still cheating and he's seeing
where I'm at
a
with it.
word. Oh, you doing this? Oh,
Yeah.
you doing that? Because he's so scared that he's gonna get caught. So
Yeah.
he's putting that energy on her.
Projecting.
Because he's not being intimate.
Reject it.
No.
That we mentioned that now. Not being intimate to me, that's really important in a relationship is
Yes.
intimacy.
Somebody
I can't
getting it.
understand how people can get along without y'all mentioned sex in the book that y'all had great sex, and I do want to talk. You know what I'm gonna want to talk about, and we got to touch on that. But y'all also mentioned a lot in there about being a unit, a team, and
Very important.
family, and all of those things. And when you separate yourselves and put yourselves against each other, where you're comparing or being like, I'm this and he's that, I'm this, and it's not like we.
Exactly.
At no
Yes.
point.
Well, but also when you mention intimacy, she has to figure out why, right? But the first thing most dudes say, well, I'm tired. I work hard. He ain't working.
Yes.
So it ain't that.
Yes.
It ain't that. He's not home
Yes.
tired.
What if it's the kid?
What about the kids?
The kids,
Kids grown on.
especially the boy.
Yeah,
taking
kids
care of
grown
the
up. Yeah,
kid.
the kids grown.
Do push-ups.
They've been together, she said, for about 7 years, and she said that she watched the child
Grow up.
Right.
Yes.
So at 7 years old, at least, that kid should not be in the bed with them.
That's true.
Unless he got a little
Whoa,
problem,
whoa,
maybe
whoa,
he can't get it up. Maybe that's his problem.
I mean, if the kid doing it in the bed, that's what I'm saying. That's a problem.
With what?
That's why I said the kid
kid-
should not be in the
No,
bed.
he said no. She
No,
said
not
no.
he shouldn't be in
way.
bed. No, 7, 8 years old.
That's
Well,
what
the
I
kid not in the
He
bed
got his own
now.
room.
That's what I'm saying.
In other words, the kid.
Hold on, we don't know their
We said
situation.
the kid can't be cock
kid ain't in
blocking
the
at
bed.
7 years old.
But the kid go to work. The kid go to school. He got activities.
He got things he got to
Right, he got
do.
things he gotta do.
He got to do
He's got his
something.
own life.
Yes.
She also has to realize that some of the things she has is blessings and not just normal. She was like,
I didn't hear
we
no
got.
blessings. You
She
heard
said,
I
yeah.
heard stresses.
I'm gonna tell you.
Stresses.
I'm gonna tell you what the blessings are is with her own self, because she was
Okay.
like, I have a successful career,
Right.
2 cars, but that's
Yeah.
regular.
Blasting herself.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
good to keep
that's
wanting
still
more.
part of her masculine
Yeah.
energy. She's even demeaning that, like, oh, I do that. That's nothing.
That's
I
normal.
Do this.
Yeah, I do this.
Yeah.
It's this bum ass nigga that's sitting on the couch every day
That's her
twiddling
fault.
thumbs.
She knew that all these years and she still kept him. That's up to her. That's her fault.
She has,
She got nobody
I
to blame
agree
for her
with
She has
fault.
to have a conversation
But
with
she
homie
has
and tell him to
blame
fix up.
too.
Yeah.
She has him to blame too, and she can also blame herself for keeping up with it.
I think he's cheating. Ain't nobody
cheating?
gonna sit around getting treated like that, not fucking all that shit, and I think he cheating.
Or
gotta be cheating.
or maybe she changed. Maybe at one time when they met, she was 120 and now she's 220.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Maybe her overall changed a little bit where he's not as attractive and he doesn't.
Because she's
feel-
working a
That
lot
could be
more.
true.
right, and maybe he doesn't want to
Here
feel
we
like
go, filling in holes.
maybe it's.
That's I'm just gonna sit here and just start making stuff up. Okay,
I
I'm here for it.
we
That's the
just
bully
don't
and the
know,
beast.
or it could be, or every time he come home, she could have a bonnet on, and she, is she not looking
Hold on,
like
is that you subconsciously saying something about my bonnet?
your bonnet?
Because when I wrap my hair and I wear my big pink bonnet, are you trying to say that I'm not sexy to you anymore? You're gonna get brand new on me?
I smash with bonnet on, bonnet off.
That's true.
Okay,
We do smash
better.
with the bonnet.
Wife.
I smash during
Great-
red lights.
great
What are you
marriage.
talking
Ooh,
about?
You definitely run those red
whoa.
lights.
Okay.
So back to them.
Yeah.
Back to them.
so-
You just don't know how he looks at her. That's what I'm saying. They need to have a conversation. Instead of emailing you, be real with him. Like, nigga, what's up?
That's true.
Like, are you gonna get over you like, I'm working here and you sitting at home doing nothing? At least be homie Sue make whatever,
Yeah.
homie Susie maker, whatever it's called.
Susie Homemaker.
You know what I meant? Cook, clean, like do
Okay,
something
now
for
their
me.
birthday
Yes.
have to be in the same.
And now you understand the birthday?
Switch roles.
Switch word. Like I'm saying, come home and let me cook for me.
Yes.
When I get home, do stuff for me. You know
Yes.
what I mean? If Gia was the breadwinner and she was making all the money and I was home taking care of the kids, I would be happy. When she got home, here's food.
There you
when,
go.
when I got home, hey baby, open up your legs. You watch TV. I'll take care of you.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you was the Oprah in our relationship, you know what I mean? That's how it would be.
But he
It's
ain't
team.
doing that.
But he ain't doing that.
And she not
I don't
doing her
think he's
hair.
doing that.
Because when she
She ain't
did do
doing
her
that.
I mean, let's be real. When she
Yeah.
did do her hair, he noticed.
Yeah,
So y'all saying
it was too much of a surprise.
Attention
Yeah,
to
that's
detail.
what I'm saying.
It was too much of a surprise. Hold on, you smell good today? What the?
Like, what's that? You
showered now?
Oh, you
Oh,
showered?
no, we
I got that shower thing before too. I was about to go out and I went to shower. She was like, ho. Throw the dirty Timbs on. You know what the fuck you doing?
Nigga, you put on a fresh white tee. What's up?
Oh, the white tee's the problem. I got changing in the truck.
You know what I found the problem to be? She had nothing but bad things to say.
Yes. Where's the love?
There wasn't one good thing that she said, well, he doesn't do this, but at least
Not
he does
one.
this.
Not one.
Not
She need to
one.
leave. Go back to North
You
Carolina.
think it's a kid?
Nah, I don't think it's a kid. The kid's too old.
No,
I don't think it's a kid.
I think it's them. I think she probably puts out that energy because she's not satisfied
Yeah.
with whatever he's giving, and then
Correct.
it snowballs.
Yeah, she actually says she's attached to the kid, and that's why she
That's
doesn't
what I'm
want to
saying.
leave.
What make her stay?
Oh,
What make
yeah,
her
yeah,
stay?
the
Probably the
kid.
kid is probably comfortability.
I was going to say comfortability.
Probably comfortability.
Probably comfortability. Everybody has
drug.
been in a situation where it may not have been the best for them.
Right.
But it's so hard to leave because you know them. They know you.
You love
we
them
know
still
each other's
deep down.
family. I love him. It's that
Routine.
and routine.
Absolutely.
It's the
Sucks.
monotony of it all. You know what I mean?
So when you decide to leave, because you talked about this in the book as well, at one point you did decide that you wanted to get a divorce,
Yes.
right?
Ouch.
And he looked at her like, you did? Like you ain't write the book.
You want to cry right now? You want to cry right now?
I lived it.
Yeah,
I lived
yeah. And it seemed like even when you're reading it, you get that emotion that it was a really difficult, scary time, but you were standing your ground. You wasn't playing no games. When you get to that point, like for advice for people like her that may want to really leave, what's the thing that could keep you knowing that this situation isn't for you and to stay away? Because you didn't, but you were ready to. And look, all the stops got pulled. Tyrese came and pulled up and
Hey,
sung
man. Hey.
all kind of stuff.
I don't care what you got to do.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is we having these conversations. They lived through it with me. I mean,
Yes.
Wax seen me every
Yes.
morning.
Every morning.
L'Oreal was on the phone with
Yes.
me. Like we lived.
So
through
you
it.
guys saw it through a
It
different
was
Yeah.
crazy.
Different bag.
Yeah.
Real
yeah.
life.
in real life.
life.
You guys were there those
Yes.
days.
Through it all still now, making sure.
I'll first answer the question by saying that anyone that's in a situation that is detrimental to their well-being, you get out of regardless. So if you're in a domestically abusive relationship or something like that, then you have to leave.
Right.
For me, it was infidelity. And I was raised by very strong parents, particularly a very strong mother. And it's something that I was raised to never put up with. So I can't say that there's a rule book regarding when to stay and when to leave. It depends on who you are as a person. For us, God intervened
God bless us.
on our behalf.
Right.
And he sent us the most unlikely of people as his sign givers to let me know that being together is what he intended for us.
Right.
And it's a very long and intimate story. It's not something that, we could talk about on the podcast because we'll be here for 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
But God intervened in a very significant way, and through weeks, months, years of convincing, I realized that I made the right decision
Right.
And
by
one-
staying.
and
And
what-
we're
let me just
happy
say
you
this.
made the right decision.
Thank
as
you.
well.
So am I.
Yeah, we'll
So
just say
am
this.
I.
One of the people that God put in our life was Gia's best friend. who hated me. I didn't like him. He didn't like me.
That.
We didn't really like each other. Like you know that one person you don't like. I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah.
But he came and was like, nah, God gave me a call to save your relationship. And he's looking at it like, you don't even fuck with this nigga.
Yeah.
And the other was Tyrese, and you're reading the book what Tyrese did, because I didn't know Tyrese. He just happened to hear me on the radio, and he was like, called and was like, look, God gave me a vision to help you save your relationship. I'm like, Tyrese, I don't even know you. Like, you want me to play your record for an album? And he was like, no, like, I don't have an album coming out. I don't have any records. This is what I want. And through just conversations and talking
angels,
and you read it in the book, and I was a lucky person that God, sent these angels to put their arms around me. And I was confused at once, because you look at Tyrese and you look at his life sometimes, and I'm like, how is he the one that's helping me? Like, how is he going to help me?
But God, what you say, the crackhead, you learn the best advice from a crackhead.
The reason why I went to college because of crackhead. My father's a pastor, my brother in the cops and stuff like that. It's just like, I wasn't listening to all the good stuff. Like the crackheads who would not take the drugs from you that day was like, nah, bro, you better not. You different than everybody else. You need to get out of here.
Not to call Tyrese a crackhead, but I'm just saying. He's not a crackhead. He's not a
crackhead, guys.
But I'm just saying.
Right.
The unlikely person.
Well, part of the story, and again, it's something that you'll have to read in the book.
Peace.
We had dinner one night where he was doing Rashawn a solid in an attempt to save our relationship, and he made a whole plan where Rashawn was going to bring me to Philippe's house in New York City, and I was not supposed to know, and I sat there, and he walked in with his guitarist and his backup singer, and he performed "Stay," and it was incredible. And after he performed, and
she was like, "I'm still getting the fuck out of here."
And after his guitarist and backup singer left, he sat down and talked to us for 4 hours.
Wow.
And his goal was to pretty much allow me to see a man's mentality through a man's eyes. And he wanted to explain to me that a man can love you and still cheat. It doesn't determine whether he loves you or not.
Right.
In his eyes.
Even though we think that way, and men think the total opposite.
Total opposite.
And I learned something that day. Not to say that I was very clear on it. Not to say that I understood it completely, but at least I understood it from his perspective.
Right.
And far from a crackhead.
Yeah, no,
Tyrese,
not a crackhead.
Tyrese,
He performed "Stay."
How can he be a crackhead?
he's also an author.
Yeah.
So he had written
Great guy.
possibly 2 books on relationships
Respect.
prior to that conversation. So he's thought about these topics. He's educated himself on these topics. He's studied these topics.
Yes.
And he's a very godly person. So when he said that God sent him to save our relationship, it was coming from a spiritual place.
Right.
Confirmation.
And Rashid had just done the same thing. And there was a very significant sign in what had happened. And again, it's in the book. But it was what saved our marriage. It is what saved our marriage. If Rashid and Tyrese didn't intervene, we would not be married today.
And that's why when I see Kanye, before when Kanye was fighting for his marriage, and everybody was like, leave her alone, and this, that, and the other. I was Kanye.
I felt the same way.
He just went too far with disrespecting Pete and all that other stuff.
I don't think he went too far.
But me, I would have did the same.
Did you see Northwest sitting on Pete's lap in that pink car? He did not go too far. He did not go too far.
When he bought the house next door, that's me.
I know. From reading the book now, I didn't know you were crazy like this.
You didn't know he was crazy?
I didn't know he was that crazy. I would have called the police on him too.
L'Oreal. I left out 90% of the crazy stories.
Oh my God, Envy! I didn't realize
Crazy in love.
obsessive you
Crazy in love.
But you know what it is too, and it's
Just
the funny
for
thing.
Gia though.
No, I've been crazy for a bunch of other things, but you know,
Cars.
no, not women, but like in crazy situations, like they try, like when they try to rob me, I chase people like,
Yeah.
you know what it is?
Like,
I know he's nuts in that
Most people
case.
don't get shot at and then chase the shooter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now that Envy, I know, but the obsessive, like
I'm around for all these things.
But
What
you
did
know,
you say?
I'm around for all
but
these
the
things.
funny thing about Wax is me and Wax have the same mentality. Wax is just Diesel, and I'm not. But like if somebody says something, we attack.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
To see you.
And that's just who I was. That's just who I am. Just how I'm built. But I had to learn when I started doing the Breakfast Club to calm that down because somebody would say something, and I'd be ready to slap them.
Yeah.
And then people like, oh, you light skin, oh, you too emotional.
Well,
And like a lot of times, he got to call me and give, babe, calm down. Don't do nothing stupid, babe. Babe, Babe, put the gun back in the car. Babe, put the tutu back in the shoe.
I remember when we was in Miami. You like, yo, and it just so happened I knew one of the guys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, this is not happening.
Yeah, but
no way.
it's I get him. You know what it is? And this is partly being light skinned.
I was there.
No, you wasn't there for that one. You wasn't there for that one. It was another one.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my guys, my barber Mickey.
Yep. No, well, we're in Live. I'm trying to tell a story.
That's what I thought y'all was talking about.
We're in Live. I just left Charlemagne and Wax, right?
Can you leave my part out of it?
No, I'm not.
I didn't bring that up so you can tell
No,
me.
that's the part I want to hear first.
So that morning, Charlemagne had just give the real Lambo donkey of the day. Now, the real Lambo used to date LeBron James'
I remember
mother.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we all at the Fountain Blue. Charlemagne and Wax not going out. They go into the room. Wax calls, tells me, yo, if you go out, call me. I'm gonna hang.
Yeah, I got your back.
I thought he was lying. I was like, this thing ain't going. So I go to the club, me and Gia by ourselves. Right? Like I said, I go anywhere with Gia. I don't care. If we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight.
No.
Now, one thing about Gia is Gia doesn't drink.
Yeah.
You give her one shot or something,
That's it.
she's twisted. Like, and not just twisted. And then 1.5. But not only is she twisted, she gets horny.
Gia.
So now,
I cannot stand you.
now we're in the club. I'm standing
Not
on,
necessary.
I'm standing on the couch.
Bully the beast.
And Gia's drunk. Gia's drunk, so she's dancing. She got her hand on me. The real Lambo walks over to me. Right? What's up, son? So you know me. What's up?
Yeah.
We start going back and forth in the club, face to face. Gia's drunk, grabbing my crotch and rubbing my chest at the same time. Now I'm beefing with this dude, and she's
like, look what I said.
she's like, when we get back to the room tonight, and I'm beefing. Like, what you want to do? I'm like, what's up? What you want to do? Yeah. Now he got a bunch of people with him. I'm about just me and Gia, but we about to go at it.
Yeah.
And then he realizes I ain't backing down. At the same time, back on those days, I used to carry a little tutu in my shoe. I used to tell everybody. So I'm ready. I'm like, it is what it is.
Call her Peggy Sue.
But at the same time, Shakedown family was in the crew, in the building. It was who was in there? Sleep was in there. Sleep was running around. A couple of them was.
You had people in there.
I had them in there, but they wasn't with me.
Right by you.
So I start talking loud so people can hear me.
Yeah.
So then he realizes that I ain't backing down on this. He was like, you know what? I respect you. I was like, all right. I was like, well, if you got that energy, let's go over there, walk over there, let's talk to Charlemagne right now. And he was like, all right, bet.
And Charlemagne was there too.
No, Charlemagne didn't go, but Charlemagne here, he was like, I'm gonna come after Liv. He never came after Liv.
Okay.
But I was like, all right, but at that point I know Charlemagne Wax would come down there. It's even.
Yeah,
that was even Steven. That was get war. And Gia was drunk. Gia didn't know what happened. The next morning I had to tell her. Yeah, she was two-stepping, get bouncing.
I didn't look like that though. Okay.
My dance was better than that.
That's a little better than that.
But that's how it is. It don't matter where I am or what happens. If somebody
pissed off
disrespects
at
me,
times like that.
it
Like,
is
bro,
what it is.
come
I'm ready for
I'm
war.
right here, bro.
Y'all are crazy. So Tyrese, back to him. Y'all owe him something.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, Tyrese.
Spin.
Tyrese, whatever Tyrese needs, he got from me. Like Tyrese is a good brother. He did that when he didn't have to. So
Are you cool
Tyrese.
with the friend now? The best
Yeah,
friend?
yeah.
Now y'all
They're
real
like-
tight.
Yeah, we good.
Cool.
We good.
I like you too, bro.
I heard
You met him before. He came on the Breakfast Club one time. Right after he was, he sat in the back corner. You met him. You ain't gonna remember. You remember.
Yeah, I'm like, you know how many people
Like,
been
maybe
on
he was
this?
in the back
He's
corner.
back in the back corner
Because he
now.
sat on the side for a couple of shows, whatever. Right.
But why didn't you return the favor for Tyrese? Did you try to sing and that's why they didn't
work out?
That would have done it.
Okay, no.
That probably what it was.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was.
Probably what it was.
Let's get into a voicemail though. So we're gonna
Yes.
help somebody else out. And shout out to her though. If you need more advice, hopefully it's
Did
from
we even help her
Charlotte.
out?
Yeah, we gave her tons of advice.
Oh, it's your fault. All right.
Okay. Final thought. Is she moving back to North Carolina? Yes or no?
Yes, follow your heart. Your heart will got you there. Your heart will get you out of it.
Okay, Gia.
If you think that your man is a bum, leave.
I say have a conversation with him first. Tell him what you want. Don't make any excuses. Tell him directly. Yo, I am mad. You're on your ass doing nothing. I am mad you're not giving me D. I am mad whatever it may be. And then if you feel like he still doesn't want to change, then you leave. But if he doesn't know what's wrong because y'all not having a conversation and all of a sudden you slapping him in the back of the head, there's no way for him to know. Tell me what I did wrong.
Therapy did that to
I just
you.
want to say that
Therapy did
Sean's
that.
answer to everything is You have to have a conversation.
It's true.
Therapy did that.
You do. Communication
like,
is key. That's what they say, right? You have to talk to each other to know what's up, and that's why we're gonna see this person
It's
or
hard for
hear
me to
this
tell
person
somebody
talking
how to
us.
treat me, though.
Wax, come on, get into the damn voicemail. Look,
Hey, I'm sorry. All right, let's go. Whatever
all right,
she
so
said.
we're gonna get into a voicemail now. If you
Yes.
need some advice and you want to reach out to us and you don't mind people hearing your voice because you don't want to be disguised,
Don't be a
like
punk,
because
man.
some people want to be disguised,
Right.
You know, so where do they reach out to us at?
Hit us up at 347-679-6118. They holla at us.
Let's go.
Hi. Okay, so my name is, let's say, Jalissa. And I've been in a relationship for like about 1 year.
Okay.
Well, really, honestly, okay, so I'm just going to tell you from the beginning. So me and this dude, we've been friends since we was kids. He's always liked me. He always was like, I want to be with you, but I never took him seriously. Fast forward, he went to prison for 14 years. The last 2 years of him being locked up, he reached out to me and we started talking. Now, we was talking and everything. He did the whole jail talk thing, got me, he bagged me. And now he got out last year and we've been together ever since. Okay. But we just be going through it. So it's just like, it just be crazy. When I say going through it, I mean like we be arguing, we be fighting. We just be talking crazy to each other, and it kind of got serious. A couple weeks ago, we had gotten into like an altercation. Well, it wasn't an altercation. He broke my phone, and I was trying to obviously I was upset about my phone. So I called my best friend, telling her what happened with him breaking my phone. So in the midst of me talking to her via FaceTime, because I have two phones, so I was FaceTiming her on my other phone, showing her what he did to my phone. So in the midst of that, he was trying to grab my other phone that I was FaceTiming with and try to get me off the phone with her because he was like, oh, you're making it worse. So anyways, we like tussling, we're wrestling. He's trying to grab the phone from me.
Oh my goodness.
And then the phone hangs up. So in the midst of all that happening, I hang up with my best friend. And when I hang up with my best friend, she didn't know what was going on. The last thing she saw was just him kind of on top of me, and we just kind of getting it in. So she called my brother.
Gotta call the cop.
So now the fact that she calls my brother, my brother now knows what's going on, and he calls me, he's blowing me up and all of this stuff, and I didn't want to answer, and it just turned into a big thing. My other brother ended up coming to my house with a gun and stuff.
Oh! Okay, wait, hold on. So it cut off, so she reached out in the DM and finished it there.
Yeah, what she said.
She said, okay, so my voicemail cut off. This is Julissa. Excuse me. But should I be mad at her for calling my brothers?
No.
If you check your voicemails, I explained the situation. I got cut off. That's what she said.
No.
No.
She shouldn't be mad.
No, she get mad.
Not at all. Especially they seem like they're old enough now. There's no way nobody's putting their hands on my wife. If I had a sister or my daughter.
Yeah,
if that's
I'm
the
coming.
case. There's been cases before where my son got into an altercation, and Gia tell you, I'm like, what? Somebody put their hands on you? Okay. And what do?
Go to the school.
Yeah, I know that's right.
I go to school immediately.
Leave work early.
I leave work early and go to school and
Drop the mic.
Because I'm putting my hands on whoever putting hands on
and then I'm putting my hands on that kid for or whatever it may be. But and then if I got to come to the school with 30 niggas, we come to school with 30 niggas. It don't matter. But you're not gonna put your hands.
It got to be figured out.
Yeah,
He's gonna be at the middle school like, what's up?
What's up? What's up, little man? What's up?
No, because I hear you, because we see things, altercations go so crazy, so far, and the next thing you know, somebody end up dying. So
It's
we
true.
got to nip it in the butt just like
Absolutely,
that. I don't
quickly,
play
yeah.
around with nothing at all.
Well, in this situation, you can't play because clearly he has a temper problem.
Absolutely.
And he has, if he's not already abusive, he has the tendency to be abusive, at the very least aggressive.
Right.
So you never know what that's going to turn into,
That's
what
right.
dominoes are
You're
going to fall.
gonna be
and
dead
how
one
it's
day,
gonna
girl.
end up.
Get out
you
of
can
there.
end up dead. You
Or
could
end up
defend
killing
yourself,
him.
and then it could be his reflex, a knee-jerk reaction. He could push you. You could trip over something, bang your head on the edge of the dresser, and then you're dead.
Look at the Instagram girl that just
Stabbed
stabbed
her
the
boyfriend.
dude in
He
the
died.
shoulder,
It's
and he
both.
died.
It's both
On the
ways.
shoulder?
In the shoulder is where she stabbed him, and he died. So
She was in the
once-
club last night too.
I seen that.
Yeah, she was in the club.
I seen that.
Some
She's
club
out
in
of jail.
Miami. Yeah, she's
You
out
know
of jail. She
white?
stabbed him, I think, Wednesday. He died, and then she was in the club last night, I believe.
Wow.
She was at the bar,
At
at
the
the
bar,
club.
yeah,
This
yeah,
bitch been
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's
24, 26, one of the
man,
two.
You got to watch it.
One
Man. I seen
thing-
things
She
go
was-
escalate so crazy.
She was
They
white,
can
too.
spiral,
He was black.
Yeah, she's
spiral out
white,
of
he black.
control.
Yeah, but
And you
only
never
thing I should have said, if you're in times like that, just make sure you let your brothers and them know that you're okay. Because as he's driving every second, he's getting more pissed off.
Exactly.
That's right.
His visual is
She on the phone.
No. His visual is she's dead in the bathroom.
She's getting beat up. Yeah,
or
exactly.
she's getting beat up,
Right.
and he's seeing this. He
But
just
you
like,
said let her know she's okay. He broke both her phones, didn't he?
nah. She said that he kept on calling. She was ignoring it.
My issue with this is her question wasn't, should I leave him for doing this and breaking my phone?
Should I be mad with my friend?
Should I be mad with my friend for calling my brother? She's protecting you. That's your friend.
that's
You
the
need to
last thing
keep
she
that
saw.
friend and hold her close.
Yeah, hold her down.
Clearly, this girl isn't operating with the proper sense of scruples.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems as though.
Because that's her
Seems as
question.
though.
Should I be mad at my friend?
You're
for
like,
trying
what
to protect
the
my
fuck?
life
She bugging. No,
based
yeah,
on
yeah.
what she heard, which was clearly aggressive and dangerous.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
didn't call the police.
She should have sent her an edible
Police probably
arrangement.
gonna go in there and shoot.
She not gonna call the police. No, but if he's on probation, he going back to jail.
Oh, that's what she was trying.
You know what I'm saying? So she
Everybody
probably
was
called the
trying to
brother because she didn't want to call the police, because if you call the police, he's
Y'all
probably on
saw
probation.
Definitely
Going back
I
to
mean,
jail.
that was considerate.
You saw Soul Food before?
Yeah.
Remember when he pulled the gun and they went crazy? You don't call the people unless you know shit really about to get serious.
Yeah.
And that's probably why she's upset. Her brothers came with guns and shit. Her brothers is some niggas. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
And then
gotta
not only
figure
that,
that out,
just
though.
imagine I got a sister, right?
I
And
got
the sister
7.
and the sister is doing something with Wax, right? And they get into an altercation. I get to the house and there's a big ass nigga like Wax.
Yeah.
What the fuck am
I'ma
I gonna
shoot
do
him.
besides shoot?
Yeah,
him?
you
You know how
gotta
many
shoot
people
him.
be so upset, like, why the fuck you with him? Like, everybody get upset, like, why would you pick him? There's nothing I can do with this guy.
This is when you go to the door, you open, you see the nigga, you be like,
I don't.
Now you good, fam?
I'll be back.
Yeah. You good?
There's no taking me to the garage and having a conversation.
Nah, there's no taking to the-
I'm asking how many push-ups you did today, bro.
So, okay. That's it for her. I think there's nothing we can help her with.
She needs to leave homie. She need to leave homie and
Leave,
make up with
dude.
your whatever, your friend or your sister, whoever it was. You need to make up with her, take her out to dinner, and say you apologize.
Yes,
she was
she
looking
needs
out
to
for your best
apologize.
I would
interest.
never put you in that situation
That's right.
again. But next time you talk to your brothers, like, you know, I apologize to y'all because now y'all thinking I'm dead because I won't answer my phone, and you could have answered. You could have diluted this a little bit, put a little bit of water in it.
She called me. She called me on FaceTime. Look at what this man did to my phone.
Right. What do you want me to do from there?
I see him
yeah,
jumping
yeah,
on
yeah.
top of you. I'm like, oh, I'm calling him.
I'm calling somebody.
Nah, I think I would have called the police though.
I would
And I'm gonna
definitely
tell you
would've.
why, because
I'd call
I don't
the
know who's
brothers.
gonna get there quicker. But the police, I would have thought got there quicker, unless my brother live around the corner or her brother, whatever.
If
the
it's
case.
one of my peoples, I want somebody to deal with you the right way. And I think these guys to deal with you the proper way.
They
So
gonna
I'ma
kill
call
that
them.
man.
The
They was
brother's
gonna kill
gonna
that.
deal
But
with
then
him.
now you putting everybody in jeopardy. You, the person that called the friend.
No, the guy
Because-
who doing that, he put himself in that.
No.
So-
She know what's going on at this point. She said things have been escalating, and she's still staying there and putting
Oh, yeah,
herself in that
respect. I see what you're
situation.
saying.
So
Yes.
she's the one putting everybody in danger.
Cheers.
Because if your brother came there and killed the nigga, now you lost your brother, you
And
lost your
dude,
nigga,
yep.
and whoever the fuck came, your other brother.
Steady meat.
Come on.
Yep.
And now you sitting there looking for another nigga in jail.
Absolutely.
Don't
Yeah, so,
find-
and she got a nigga from jail. He was 14 years of this same arguing, trying to get his tray, and you know what I'm saying. That's what he's used to. He's used to that aggressiveness.
He said
He's
trying
used
to get
that.
his tray.
Yeah. Once he see the
Listen,
phone,
bruh,
he gave
food
a
is-
flashback.
Yeah,
He
got a
like,
flash-
it's my phone time.
It's my phone time, motherfucker.
Wait for 42
Breaking this,
minutes.
you know how many fucking payphones this nigga broke, yo?
You know what I had to do to get that cell phone in here? She like,
That's
nigga,
the
we
first one
free.
that don't smell like butt. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam.
Goodness
That
gracious.
nigga
I'm
is
sorry,
sick. All right, y'all. So it was some things I wanted to touch on, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. I said I wanted to circle the block. Now that's faking orgasms. Right now, you talked about that on the podcast before. You've talked about it in your book now. So y'all go get that book. Make sure April 19th.
Happy y'all read.
Wax can't read. Not that you don't read. There's a big difference.
It's the thing is like that. I know it says think because I know how think looks. But if you just tell me to read that, I'm gonna see I and K. I don't see the rest. So I just read different than everybody else.
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how to like read the whole thing because I'm like, yeah, I'm a little different. That's why I do everything
Okay.
off like.
So you recognize the
Yeah,
words.
so
it's like
I-
memory that way.
So I know how to read people body language and that type of stuff first.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm a little different guy.
We have a segment called Wax's ABCs, and you're gonna see how he maneuvers words and how he figures out a word.
I know exactly what hit you at to knock you out. You know what I mean?
I want to
Read it.
Google something real quick. What percentage?
Of women fake their orgasms?
Yeah, do y'all know?
that have faked their orgasms, 100% of women have faked
so
an orgasm. I am certain of it.
I know that there's some
my
kind
feelings every
of
time I hear
percent
this.
where like some women have never even reached the orgasm in their life.
Absolutely.
through
Grown
sex,
women.
right?
That have never reached
So it's
one.
kind of normal.
It's very normal.
But for a man, when they hear something like that,
That hurts my feelings.
okay.
You've heard it before.
Come on, look at him.
Girl,
He
tell
says
me all
his
the
dick
time, Daddy.
goes like this to the side.
What'd you say?
He says his dick goes like this to the side because he had a yeast infection when he was
Listen,
like, how old?
Bully and the Beast.
14. He had a yeast infection for like 30 years.
Listen.
For real?
So now his dick goes this way.
Is that the cause?
Listen,
Why for the lean?
Shoulderly.
The Leaning Tower of Wax.
Leaning tower wax.
It's a lot of happened when I was young.
So yeah, what is it? What is that it does to y'all ego when you hear something like that? Because we think we're pumping your ego up.
But that's the
Oh, you
whole
are.
thing.
So
Yeah.
you tell me you're faking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we didn't say it don't feel good though.
What did I tell you all the time?
It still feels good.
Absolutely.
Nah, but
I
you
hear
fake
you.
it. See, for myself, it was like you think you putting it down. Like
Yes.
I'm thinking like, yeah, nigga,
Put it in.
what I'm talking about. It's right. Go to sleep.
You know what I mean?
LeBron hands.
Right? and then all of a sudden, you know, we get into an argument, and then she'd be like, "Well, you know, I was faking it." I'm like, "What?"
Ooh.
That mean you went to the gym that day and ain't get no pump.
The hand
Nah,
had
Gia,
went-
you foul. You waited to the
Ouch.
argument.
Ouch.
She waited-
Oh, you gotta have ammo when it's time. Yeah, what you say?
That's how I felt. I felt like I got shot 10 times.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can say back because it's not like a guy can be like, "Well, me
quiet.
too."
He was
No, you
quiet.
can't say.
You can't say me
Word.
too.
Yeah, you can't say that.
You wasn't faking it.
It's not you can say. Especially you talk too much.
Now,
talking all
it fucked
that
me up
shit.
for a long time because it was
Yeah.
like, damn, here I am, been with her
Demotivated.
since 16, and now I feel like I can't please my wife.
Ouch.
I can't please my baby. I can't please. Like, how would that make you feel? You think everything is all good, you smooth. Y'all get an argument, you give it a dick, she happy. That's what you thinking. Then you be like, damn, she lied on
See, I'm
time.
taking care of home. So you wasn't really want to take
Wasn't
care
taking care
of
of
home.
home.
So,
Ouch.
how did y'all get past that and learn? Because I know it's not still happening.
No.
Is it?
Look, I looked at Gia like.
No.
I'm about to say, Ivy, I got something for you. You know?
So what was it that y'all had to do? Because there's so many people that have that problem, but they're in a
they hit us up all the
relationship.
time, too.
Yeah, they talk to us and they're like,
Yes.
I can't get there or whatever the case, but I love him and I'm cool. I'm gonna stay in a relationship. What did y'all do to move past that and to get to that, mountaintop?
Well, when I said it that night, I had never said it before, and I had been faking for years.
Jesus
I'd been,
Christ.
I had been faking
Exactly.
since the very beginning.
All right.
I'm talking about day one.
I'm talking about
Two,
day
three,
one.
4, 5.
3, 4, 5 times.
Can I say this real fast?
Yes.
And I always say this: sex is for the woman's pleasure, is for the man's pride. We don't have when we go up. It don't really feel good. We fake it. We just talking shit.
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
you are
But
full of shit.
it's all up to you right now.
Envy.
I bet. Listen, I bet you if she's just sitting there quiet and we doing this, if she quiet as shit, we not like, oh, this feel good. We looking like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
So
Okay.
it's for the man's pride. It's for the woman's pleasure. If the only way we having pleasure is when she's having pleasure.
So
If
what
she's
about
like,
when y'all get y'all dicks up?
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Wait. This is a little interesting.
I don't know what
Hold on, wait, what?
Listen,
Wait, hold on. I
listen.
need
hold
you
on.
to stop.
Wait, hold
'cause
on.
I need to understand
Baby,
this.
I don't know what loose vagina women he dealing with. I don't know what loose vagina women he dealing with.
Yeah.
But it's not the same for me. I don't know what loose vagina women. I don't know.
He's like, shut up.
He was like, I don't feel nothing. I just be looking at
real
her.
shit.
I be getting head like, yeah.
Nah, I want the blunt. I want the
You
blunt.
need this bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Where the blunt at? Where the blunt? But I'm just saying, real shit. If it's like if I'm going in and out and the girl is just there, just being normal or just not showing no emotions, this shit don't feel good for me. I'm doing this shit for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the reason why, if it's not connecting with the woman, she will fake an orgasm to boost your ego.
Oh, just to make it feel good for you.
We don't do it for ourselves.
Yes.
We
so
do
all,
it for
all
you.
that talking you be doing is lying?
No, not
Sometimes.
if it's honest. If you're
Sometimes.
faking it, yes. If it comes from an honest place,
Oh,
obviously no.
Yeah.
So for context, to answer your question,
Right.
Ouch.
Since wax just went all left.
Sorry.
I'm interested. I still want to say on that, but I digress.
Lord, please don't.
Ouch. Your feelings
Okay,
hurt
I'm gonna have to have you on our podcast.
Yeah,
so
please.
I can ask
Please.
you about that. 'Cause I want to know. For context, Rashawn was my first, and Rashawn has been my only.
God
Right.
blessings, brother.
Right?
That's amazing.
God gave you.
Not me. Like, that's not my situation.
Swish.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
So the furthest I ever went with somebody before him was second base. I let Frank.
You looking
feel
for
With
my
second base.
Envy, you looking for
And
him?
like, I'm like, what the fuck is
Let's
second
fuck this
base?
nigga up.
I was looking for a while. Second base, what?
What? That holding hands?
Now you telling me second base? You said first base.
Is it holding hands? Is second base
No,
holding
when a guy
hands?
goes up your shirt.
Feel the boobs. Feel the
Yes,
boobs.
he
Yeah.
felt my boobs.
If you know exactly
That
what you
ain't-
want and everything.
That ain't no base. That's not even a base.
Because in the beginning, we had to progress in stages. We didn't have
Yeah.
sex until our 1 year anniversary.
God bless, man. See?
You waited
It was very
1
special.
year?
No, I waited on him. What are
I
you
was a
talking
slower
about?
Oh.
I was a slow one. I was a turtle.
He
They used to call me
was.
Turtle.
Turtle and shrimp?
Yeah, turtle and shrimp.
Maybe that's why I
Hold
wasn't
on,
working,
Envy,
Envy, if you know what I mean. You had to grow into yourself, man.
Hey, okay, God bless
So
you,
he
brother.
wasn't experienced either. So
Okay.
we were both brand new.
Right.
So I'll say this for
He
a
thought he
lot
was
of the
killing it.
men and a lot of the
Struggling.
women out there. A
Struggling.
lot of men feel like when their girlfriend or their partner doesn't have an orgasm, it's because of them. And I challenge a lot of women. One of my closest friends, like I work through this with her. 9 times out of 10, it's not because of the man. It's because the woman doesn't know what it is that she wants and what she needs
Right.
to reach an orgasm. If you don't know your own body, how can you expect someone else
That's
to?
right.
This is a great way to let
And
guys
That's
have
right.
it
Look,
down
look.
easy.
We
No,
got
but it's the
applause
very
out here.
true. It is the absolute truth. And for me, just based on society and what we're taught as young girls, like we're kind of led to believe from a young age that we're supposed to be sex symbols. We're meant to be desired.
Right.
We're here for the pleasing of men. And you don't learn that directly. Your mom and your older sister isn't telling you that, but
Lord
every
have
time you
mercy.
look at a billboard, it's a sexy woman.
That's right.
Everything, you look at a car ad, it's a half-naked sexy woman laying across
Somebody's
the hood.
daughter.
So it's somebody's daughter,
Somebody's
someone's
daughter. Lord have
sister.
mercy.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what you're taught. So I operated with that mindset even though I didn't know it. So every time that we had sex, I was too busy concentrating on him, pleasing him, performing
Whatever
for him.
you like. Whatever you
like.
Yeah.
Hopping on one foot. Arf, arf. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that, believe it or not, women have an ego too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that
Yes.
pleased my ego. And just
That you
like
take care of your
men,
man.
that
Yeah.
was all that I needed.
So
I didn't
that was
have
just
That
to.
like
was an
feeding.
orgasm.
He falls asleep, I could pull out my toy and finish myself off.
Right.
Damn, Envy.
But it wasn't him, it was
early
me.
on. It's
I
early
was
on.
Did you know this know how to cook, Envy?
I had to
Feed us some grits, man. Shrimp and grits.
What was you doing?
Sleeping. Sleeping. I'm like, I destroyed that. Good night.
Mind you,
The whole
you
bed
destroyed
shaking.
yourself. Yeah, you was out.
Amazing.
but
That's
yeah.
hilarious. So, okay, so you learned yourself.
Yes.
And then you could teach him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Respect.
I didn't even have to teach him.
He was doing it already.
He knew what he was doing. I had to stop performing. I had to take those moments to just lean into the experience, to concentrate on the closeness, the love, the intimacy.
Get
I had
out
to
your head.
Concentrate on how I felt physically and emotionally. I had to connect in that way. I had to lay into the love that was going on.
Yeah.
I had to think and concentrate on the feeling that I was receiving.
The connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was so- yeah.
And I tell him all the time, like, you could be 4 inches, Holmes. Like, it doesn't
Clear
matter.
up, I'm not
Okay,
falling
Shren.
down.
Look at
I
this.
said,
Okay,
I said
Shren.
Envy! September 3rd.
Let's go, Shren.
He's quite large, actually.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right,
He
thank you.
grew.
Make sure.
He grew from a couple of years ago.
4 inches. That's all I heard. 4 inches.
No, but he could be, and it wouldn't make a difference. I would
Right.
still have an orgasm
Pump
now
fast.
because it's the love that's driving it
Right.
at that
Yes.
point. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So a lot of women should challenge themselves to think about what they're doing during their lovemaking. Like, are you allowing him to please you, or are you too busy thinking about, oh damn, how does my stomach look? Oh, how does my
Yeah.
ass look? Are the lights dark enough
And
that
your
he can't
damn
see my
head.
cellulite?
And
Do you know
it-
what I
it'd be the
mean?
prettiest girls who act like that, too.
How do I look while I'm going down? Like, does my forehead look big? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Was this thing
Did you see my
were
bald
thinking
spot?
about?
well, I don't have a big forehead, but I'm just giving examples,
Right,
you
right.
know, just
Yes,
examples of,
yes.
I have a lot of friends and we have conversations about this. And I know girls that are having plastic surgery just to please their man because they think that that's what their man is into. The
Right.
Instagram bodies, all of these things. So you have
So
to
all
just...
women don't cheat?
Do all women cheat?
Yeah.
I think women absolutely cheat.
Why?
But look at what he thinks happens, though. Tell him about the girls' trip.
They're all looking parties. You know what I'm saying?
What? He thinks
like
girls'
trip,
trips.
They going out to girls' trip, like no guys around. Why not? Like nobody got horny time. You know what I'm saying?
So you think when girls go on all girls trip, it's like a kitty cat party?
Yeah, they doing something. Like why y'all? Nobody got nothing.
I don't think that. That's like saying when you go out with your fellas, it's a fucking.
It is. That's why he thinks that.
A sausage fest?
No.
It's a sword fight.
No male. See, the thing is, no male things never have girls around. But when they say leave the one.
There are a lot of girls think that don't require men to be around. I don't like women at all.
Now what
Like
you gotta say?
the thought of being with a woman.
All women, you know what I'm saying?
Women be
And
trying to
imagine
highlight
your
all the time, yeah.
friend at that. That's
I
disgusting.
am extremely heterosexual. Extremely.
Extremely
Like the thought. I
DJ
don't
envy.
like when my girlfriends hold my hand.
Look,
and
Gia,
guide
you don't
me through
know.
a
You
club.
had one shrimp.
But even the thought of it, like fantasizing and
Yeah,
whatnot.
please.
I don't like when a girl holds my hand. Like, you know how girls walk
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
club?
yeah.
I'd be like,
what's up with you? You
No,
know what I'm saying?
don't
Because a
do
guy
that.
tried to hold my hand, like, yo, bruh.
I'd rather a strange guy hold my hand and guide me through the club than a woman.
I get it, but yeah, it was like if a guy tried to grab my hand and just, I'm like, yo, bruh.
That's a little different.
Where does a guy grab your hand, Wax?
What did I tell you about his sausage?
Girls do
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It's like I think it's the same thing. Everybody say men and women the same. That's what
Nah.
they told me before.
No,
Let me tell you,
girls do that.
I was
It
in a
is
club
normal
one
for
time.
girls.
I was in a club one time and a dude slapped me on my ass and I didn't know how to take it.
No envy.
I just finished DJing and I killed it. He was like, "Good job, bow."
Like sportsmanship.
Nah,
bruh.
it's
But
that
I'm like,
shit.
we're not playing basketball, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm saying.
but I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know. I'd be like, is he trying me or is he saying I did a good job? And I was stuck for like a good hour. Like I was
It's the
confused.
shit
Yeah,
you and
yeah.
Charlamagne be doing because when I had Donnell on the show, I was like, leave Envy alone. If you got a problem with Shaw, you leave Envy out of this. He was like, well, you gift a nigga an ass on his birthday. What the fuck do you expect? So now if people smack your ass, that might be a big
Happened
part
one
of
time.
the reason.
One time.
Yeah.
Anybody watching? Don't do that anymore.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that anymore.
That was the last
That was the first and last time.
Okay, well, a lot of people don't know this, but you know, I was DJ Envy's artist, y'all.
Yeah.
So this
you
is
singing?
big for me to now be able to have Envy on the Bully and the Beast podcast
Fire.
with Gia, which
This
is
is
so
dope.
dope. Yeah, it's so dope. Because I remember I was in college and Envy called my phone. And I didn't know Envy. I knew Envy. You know, we knew DJ Envy, but I didn't know Envy. And he's like, yeah, this is DJ Envy. You know, I got your record because I had did Red's Hottest in the Hood remix.
Red Cafe,
and he
okay,
was like, people are saying a lot of things about you. Great. I think you need to come up here and work on some more music. When I tell y'all I dropped out, I don't even think he noticed.
I didn't know that.
I dropped out of school.
High school?
I dropped out of college.
Oh.
I'm not you. I dropped.
I didn't have no crackhead in my life to motivate me.
That's it, man. It was all around my hood. That's all I saw.
Crackheads, I had no Tyrese's.
That's my mechanic. That's my mechanic and everything.
No, but I did dropped out of school. I didn't really want to be there anyway because it wasn't what I wanted to do. And I came to New York and I started recording music. And my music was always Envy made sure all my shit went from there, and that's why, you know, it was a couple years I didn't speak to Envy. And I used
Sound
to
like
see
Bubba,
Envy, and I walk
behind
right
that.
past him, right? And you know, it was different reasons and things that happened, but I love Envy to death. I love Gia to death. Whenever I see Gia, I'll be like, I'm going by Gia. We together in the club, always connected with her, and I want to thank y'all for coming on the Bully and the Beast
Yes.
Thank you for
podcast.
having
Thank you.
us.
Yes.
It's been a blast.
We definitely want to give you Black Excellence. Usually we go through different segments, but I thought it was better if we just talk to y'all about y'all, your book, and all that good stuff. But I do want to make sure Black Excellence, y'all all go out April 19th
Yes.
and
Yeah.
go get the Real Life, Real Love book.
What about our book too?
And make sure on 420, what's the name of it again?
What's the name of it again?
It's
Fake love, real hate.
Real hate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fake love, real hate.
fake
Because
love,
we coming,
real
we
hate.
coming. And you know, so big shout out to y'all for
no, this is
you know,
dope.
and y'all
Thanks
took
for
this
having us.
time during the
Appreciate that.
pandemic, right?
Thank you,
Like
yeah.
to
Yes.
write the
You
book.
know what everybody always say is like, I want a DJ Envy and Gia relationship, and like y'all putting it out there.
Yeah.
So we're like, we have problems too. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? That's
Yes.
fire.
We're very
it shows
transparent.
how to bounce back
Yeah.
from those low lows.
suck, man.
And that real love can truly live, exist, and thrive. And we're in a place now that I never even knew existed.
That's beautiful.
In
Man,
love.
I'm so
That's
scared to
beautiful.
even get there. As soon as I feel a little pinch, every little something, I'm gone.
Why would you? Why?
He's
I'm
the best.
I suck, yo. And they say I need therapy, but I don't know. Is that it?
Yes.
I hear the way Envy talking about communication. Like, communication?
Wax was doing good for a little bit. He was doing
I was
fine
doing
for a little
great.
bit. So he was doing great, and then it just went left.
So that's what I mean. Because y'all had a hiccup,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you have a hiccup, because, I mean, at
Every
this
relationship, we
point,
have a zillion hiccups. We have
a zillion
in there.
hiccups. And you're
Hiccup
going to...
this morning.
He tried to wear your bag?
My Telfeezy.
I see the way he was in it, so I wasn't sure what was happening.
This is the only thing, right? And Gia knows this, right? You've been with your
She didn't
spouse.
ask you though. Why you offering
You've been with your
information?
spouse for so long, right? We were talking the other day, and I was like, "Yo, you ever tired of me?" She was like, "No, you ever tired of me?" I was like, "It's just one thing I don't like about you." What was that one thing?
I be late.
She'd be like, "Make you laugh."
Yeah.
What time did the interview supposed to start?
See why? I had.
What time were you supposed to be
eyeliner
ready?
in my eye.
What time were you supposed to start? Listen, hold on. What time?
We were supposed to be here at 10.
What time are we supposed to be here, L'Oreal?
11.
Okay, that's why I do
but-
that. That's why I do that.
hold
That's
on.
why I do that.
Hold
I do that.
Can I-
We got here at 10:58, but I
Okay.
have to tell her an hour
Sean.
just to get here on time.
in the same spirit, we've been together a long time, and I knew that. I knew that. You think I don't know that you give me fake time? I knew
Like,
that.
oh, we just so happy to
Now
be on
you gotta
time
do
again.
an
Get
extra
into
hour.
the shower until 10:15.
We get here at 10:58. I'm like, we supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. L'Oreal's sitting there waiting. Then you get here, L'Oreal's like 11.
He gets in the car. He's like, "This is mad disrespectful." I was like,
I gotta go all the way with it. I gotta go all the way with
I
it.
said like, "Oh, the theatrics."
I'm happy people see. I'm happy
like-
people get to see this. Though.
Yes,
That's great.
we loved
Give
it.
me
this
a
is dope.
break.
So,
dope.
some advice for Wax, right? When there's hiccups.
I need to grow up and pray.
No, not from you, for
Oh.
you. For you.
Help me
Because
out.
I think with Wax, when he gets a hiccup, he automatically
I run.
curves left or
runs.
runs or whatever the case. Now, obviously, hiccups, you might have thought about that, both of y'all. I know you have. Advice for Wax could be...
But before you give advice, let me just tell you one thing.
Okay.
The thing with Wax, right?
I was just about to ask him, what is the thing?
I'm gonna tell you, Wax was a dirt dog for a long time.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Right? So when Wax changes,
No, because no.
hold on.
I'm sorry.
Dirt dog.
Okay. No.
Hold on, dirt dog.
Let me say.
Respectful, moral, pastor sons.
What I'm saying that I said I could see that because there's a saying: a man is as faithful as his opportunities.
Yeah.
And I could see you being a man with many opportunities.
So listen,
So that's what I mean. So
God bless.
backhanded compliment. In a
So
sense.
listen,
Yes.
so he was a dirt dog for a while. Then he changed, and when
Yes.
he changed, he did a total 360. He went
We
from
almost kicked him
zero.
off the show.
From
Did you
dirt-
change when we were in the DMV? Because I remember you telling me about a girl,
No, that
a
was 5
situation.
years. No,
No, that was
Probably
different.
But listen,
away from
That
that.
wasn't
but he
real.
changed, and when he changed, he became like.
That was a man.
I was a pastor. Like I really shut everything
L'Oreal's a
down.
comedian.
This is what she does.
But he changed. So now when he changed, he felt like I changed. I'm a new person. But then he felt like he was still being attacked for being the old Wax, and he was like, "That's not me anymore."
By the girl?
Yeah,
Everybody. Like nobody still didn't.
We didn't
believe
want
it.
him.
Like
Who
people
cares
would
what
be.
people believe? What did the girl believe?
Oh no, she knew I didn't do nothing.
All right,
She
so
know
who
I
cares
would
what
never
everybody thought?
disrespect.
Go
her.
So I think that
Anything like
bothered Wax, that they still looked at the old Wax, not this
Who
new
cares?
changed
You cared what other
person.
people thought?
Not really. Not at the end of the day, because I already know they're going. My time was going to tell everything. It's just, it's just.
So, to answer L'Oreal's question, I need to know something. Why, when things start going too good, you decide to run? What about that scares you?
Going too good. I look at certain things like I don't never tell nobody how to treat me. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Especially if I see how, like, if somebody love you, I know what real love is. When somebody love you, I know how that feels.
Right.
So I get if it's a certain same situation happen, if you don't at least come 70% over 50, and I was like, that ain't the real love. It's just like if I gotta show you how to treat me or tell you how to treat me, I gotta exit.
Did you see a part on that in the book, in the New Deal?
I did.
When we were going through our ish, at one point he asked me, like, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
I'll do anything. And I said the same thing to him that you're saying to me. Like, I'm not your teacher.
Yeah.
I'm
You
your
fumbled
wife,
this?
not your teacher.
Now you better learn how to pick it up.
You better learn how to pick it up.
I'm not going to tell
Envy
you
was
what
like
to
this
do.
with a microphone.
I'm not going to give you a checklist for you to
5,000
check off.
puzzle.
You're going to have to figure out how to get back into my good
That was
graces.
actually a
God
quote
bless.
that I put to the
God
side
bless.
because I know y'all have a lot of quotes in the book, and that was one that really stuck out to me was,
Yeah.
I'm your wife, not your teacher.
Right.
And I was like,
Not really.
now y'all know on some real shit, not just because they my friends, y'all. They dropping tons of gems in it. There was things I screenshotted, like I'm about to send this to a motherfucker.
I need the audio
Like,
book.
I'm dead serious.
I need the audio book because-
it's
Yeah.
gems, and you need to. You
Yeah,
definitely
because you're talking
need
about
to
you
read.
read 100 and something pages. I never did that in my whole life. I don't even think I got the attention span to even like listen to the audio book for 130
Because they
pages.
don't have like books that only have like 3-letter words, and
That's what I need.
form
If you
a
want
book.
130
That's-
pages,
they don't make those
three.
books. Like,
That's
why you never read
that's
that.
going to be my book. My book, I'm gonna have 2 words on each page. That's it.
Yeah.
Each page gonna have one word.
How many
One
times did you
word.
write that? So, okay, really quickly, I want to talk about the car show.
Yes.
And you made the car show is fire. I went in Atlanta. I had a great time.
That was fire.
You took your show on the road.
Yep.
You'll be in how many
dope.
cities this year?
This year, 5. We'll do Houston, New York, New Jersey. We'll do Detroit, Miami, and Atlanta. 5 cities.
And we see you got a little bit of beef out there.
Oh, with Rick Ross?
Yeah, is that beyond meat or is that
Nah, you know what? With
Car
Ross,
beef.
you know, he was, we brought the car show back, the celebrity car show back
Yeah.
to where it was
Peace.
before. Flex had it a long time ago and he stopped for a while and we brought it back to where it was. My car shows are different than anybody's car show out there, different than Ross's, different than anybody's. And the reason is mine is family fun.
Yes.
Right.
Kids out there. And
We
all.
try to make it, where the normal person can afford it, right? So we start off with tickets at $19.99 where, people can come, you could bring your family, kids 5 and under are free. Not only do we have car shows, we have carnival rides, entertainment. We have gaming for
Games for the
kids.
kids. That's
And then we
very
have
important.
learning stuff. We teach kids how to do change tires. We bring NASCAR there that just shows them how to do the pit crew.
That's fire.
There's so many different things. We do spark plug changes. There's mad learning curves in
changing
there.
tires though? That's like key because
Yeah.
people do not know how to do things like that.
Be
anymore.
surprised who don't know how to
so
do
the
it.
fact that you doing stuff
I just
like
learned how
that.
to change the tire like
Yeah,
2 years
grown
ago.
men. That's what I'm saying.
Come
Grown
on,
men know how to
Abby,
do
all
it.
them cars you have.
And I just learned 2 years ago.
Listen, I told one of my sisters to leave the dude because he didn't know how to change the tire. She called me and he was there, and I'm like, "Yo, why the dude ain't changed?" She's talking about he didn't know how to. I said, "I'm going there and beat him up." Like, no, leave him alone. I said, no, I'm gonna go beat this guy. He's not protecting you. Why you? It's a big thing, but now you saying it.
Yeah, but so that's what the car show is based upon. It's based on family. Everybody else's car show is based differently. And I threw people don't know. I threw the first shot at Ross.
Oh,
I threw the first shot
really?
at Ross because I heard him talking greasy. And now don't get it twisted. Like Ross hit me after. He texted me after to make sure it wasn't no hard feelings. And he was joking.
Peace.
But one thing that people don't know about Ross is when it comes to this, Ross probably has the biggest car collection out there.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah, I
about
seen
250 cars.
All them red ones
Like
is
yeah,
fire.
and they all his. He has them all in
Yes.
his crib.
Yeah, he cheating though. Look at the amount of land he got to keep them
That's what
on.
you gotta do.
He got 254 acres, but
Fire.
he hit me and he always talks about them old cars. So I threw
Yeah.
a shot at him. I was like, I don't drive them old cars. I'm not a mechanic. Them shits break down. Drive some of these cars. He went back and forth with me. But what Ross is doing is he's opening up his crib and he's doing a car show. I think his tickets are a lot more expensive.
I didn't know he did car shows.
This is his first one.
Oh, okay.
This is his first one. So that's what he was doing. But it ain't no problems. It ain't no beef. We just
Yeah.
go back and forth. And he hits me all the time about cars. I could have went, I was light skinned at first. I had to stop myself. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
about to go in further. And he texted me and we talked after. But
Peace.
and another reason is because 50's my guy.
Right.
And they don't really fuck with each other.
with each other.
And I didn't want it to go too far where it gets out of fun and
Right.
becomes a
And
problem.
then 50 started
course.
jumping into it.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
you
right,
don't wanna
right,
do
right,
that.
right. So
Right.
we
Stay out
left
the
it at
way.
that. So he supports me on my car show, and I support him on his car show, and we just trying to do different things outside of the culture, just not just music and performing.
That's right.
Yeah, like we should own the car show culture. We should own
Yeah.
clothes.
Why
We
not?
should own the weed, the cannabis line. We should
Look.
own the liquor and all that.
on now.
So again, we started our own strain. It's called Slurred, which is right now only in Detroit.
Okay.
So if you're out in Detroit, you could get that. The one on the left is not mine. That's
Oh.
Harvest though. The one on the right is mine. And they have pre-rolls. We have flour. We have edibles and things like that. And it starts in Detroit. And hopefully next time we come on the show, we are opening up a dispensary.
Fire.
Nice.
Well, I should say Gia is opening up a dispensary.
Yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll make sure y'all get my brand in there, man.
Who's wax?
We have to ask Lorel if it's good.
Yeah.
So one thing about L'Oreal, she's not going to smoke with dude. You know what I'm saying?
So we opened up a dispensary. So we're gonna document how it takes, because there's not too many
Fire.
African Americans, not too many black people that are
for
really
real.
doing it, because
Yes.
it takes a lot. It takes
They
a lot
trying
of
to kick
money.
us out of
They
it.
trying to kick us out. They say, we want to open it up for you, but the application fees and what you have to have is almost it's impossible for us to have. Thank God we're blessed to be able to have it. So
Yeah.
Gia's
God
opening up
bless,
her first
That's
dispensary.
Fire. Well, y'all know y'all have a face could be me.
Absolutely. Well, that's why I gave it to you. So Harvest O is a black woman in Ohio.
Wow.
She's about 60 years old, 60 to 65, and she owns 3 dispensaries out there.
Get
One of
the
the
hell
only
outta
black owned. She had to go, like, they wrote nigga on her building.
I'm sure.
So, she I just I met her. She makes me feel like a grandma or mama. Right, so I spoke to her, and I just try to help her out because I just love what she's doing. I don't
That's
ask for
dope.
nothing.
Right.
So it's called Harvest though. So if you ever know Ohio, you can definitely pick it up. But I just wanted to support them, so they gave me some stuff. So I wanted to bring it for y'all too.
Yeah, that's fire.
She's-
she's-
So that's
she's a
her.
great woman,
This
yeah.
is
Harvest
Just
her.
for both of us or just L'Oreal?
Oh no, just for me.
That's for L'Oreal. The liquor's for
got a
L'Oreal.
whole-
You don't drink.
He
You got
said-
your own strains.
He said he got the strain and it's the best. You don't need this. What's this?
Just trying to say, you always get for weed is never, it's like money. Weed and money the same thing.
So that's perfect though, because that all fits right into Black excellence, and we're gonna get into our last segment, and that's Wax's ABC.
Oh boy.
Now, what we do here is we give Wax a word, and we're gonna spell it out for him. He's gonna get to see it as well.
Yes.
Now he has to tell us what the word is. He has to define the word, and he has to use it in a sentence.
Okay.
And this is
I
all
used to get it all
because
the time.
Wax is just like a little dumb. You know what I mean? So.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
That's
you
why
know,
it's called
Envy,
bullying the beat.
Envy, you actually saved Wax and Charlemagne one time
What happened?
when I kicked them out the car on Charlemagne's birthday.
Let me tell you. Let me just tell you this. Let me tell you. L'Oreal, if you think I'm disrespectful, she has the most disrespectful mouth that you have ever
In
seen.
life.
In life. And she's about it 24/7 days a week.
I met her, it's like my second hour of meeting her too.
No, yeah, the second day. So y'all out in
Hours.
LA.
It's
Hours.
better.
It was the same day.
Explain
It was
what
the same
happened.
day.
Explain what happened. This is funny.
I hate her.
We went to an event, and y'all know the story, but y'all gonna keep hearing it, and they love the story. So
Yes.
we went to an event for VMAs or Grammys or one of those.
Yeah.
We was at Nobu, and that was around the time where the Heat won the championship,
Yep.
and Chris Bosh and whatever
LeBron
in the
and
picture
Dwayne Wade.
where he
Yes.
was like that. So I was walking, and Charlemagne was talking to a woman, and he
Yes.
stopped me, and he says, first word you think when you hear Chris Bosh. And this is the day the picture came out, like, right? So I was like, okay. And I kept walking. Sorry.
And
y'all know the
woman was
community.
like,
I love
"What bitch
y'all.
know?"
But that's what I said, because I thought he was with the
The
community.
lady said, "What that bitch know?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm
No.
just meeting her. She takes it from Jersey."
That's not what happened. I kept walking.
Yeah.
Didn't think none of it, right? Wax goes, you heard what she said?
Now,
So
mind
I'm
you,
like, what?
the whole team is instigators. Wax is
The
an
whole
instigator.
team.
Charlemagne's an
Whole squad.
instigator.
Whole squad.
L'Oreal's an instigator. Go.
Whole squad. So I'm walking. Yo, you heard what she said to you? You heard what she said? I'm like,
I'm telling
what?
you,
Like, I'm like,
sucks.
I didn't even know he was paying attention. He's like, she called you a bitch.
Oh, boy.
It's really happened.
I
I'm
go,
telling you.
what? I turn
It's so funny
around
every time I hear
and
it.
I go up to the girl.
Wow.
And I'm like, you
Just
what
like
you
that.
say about
No,
me?
what the fuck you calling the
You
bitch?
call me a bitch? Who you calling a bitch? Bitch?
You know what's crazy? I got L'Oreal back, so I'm over here trying to see any dudes around
fuck
coming.
outta here. That
You know
nigga-
what I'm saying? I'm like, I
Listen
got
to the
your
rest of the
back.
story, Gia. So then other things transpire. People get involved. Kaiser. Everybody, like, it's got a big deal, right? Stupid ass nigga, right? So now it escalates. Because now it's just tension in the air. Shit. Next thing you know, Charlemagne in the corner, he arguing with Buster. Now it was over the same freezer shit. So that's why y'all had to get rid of that segment, huh?
I'm in the dark.
Now, remind you,
On the Breakfast
me and
Club.
Buster used to be cool. We used to speak every day into the Breakfast Club.
Lord.
Because he don't fuck with Charlemagne. So because he don't fuck with Charlemagne, I started working with Charlemagne. Me and Buster stopped speaking.
Yo.
We cool now, but
He put him in the freezer. So the
like
freezer segment was like saying they was ice cold. And he was like, this old man still trying to rap. So lo and behold, we walk right into this nigga, right?
Okay.
So he like, who the fuck is in the freezer now, nigga? We gonna put you in the freezer. So Wax is trying to run down. They punk Wax. Like I told you, I ain't never seen him do no gangster shit now. They punk Wax, right? Anyway,
You know
we
we had
end
to
up
get out of
leaving. We end up leaving. That's how you know we got punked by Busta.
Yeah.
So we get outside. We in the car. We in the car. I'm driving my car.
Wow.
Right?
You
in LA.
seen the belly in the beginning when they wilding, leaving the club and all that. That was L'Oreal. Wow.
I was 1 block away from Noble.
Wow. And
No, it wasn't.
First thing was a U-turn. So Charlamagne like, yo, bro, tell her that.
I probably did do a U-turn, but I wasn't driving crazy. Listen, you're not telling the story. You had the opportunity and you stayed quiet.
Go ahead.
You stayed quiet.
Let's give him some key points.
Let me tell you what the hell.
She just called you fake security.
I love it. I keep the place quiet.
Look, I did.
I'm not security. I keep the place
I
quiet.
usually say it all the time. I didn't even realize this time. Okay, so the car gets quiet and this nigga starts laughing.
No, because I was telling Char, I'm not going to do it.
Didn't I just say shut the fuck up? So then, this is why I treat him like this. And this is the back.
This is
I
what
used to be
happened.
really nice to him.
No, listen to this.
I used to be really nice to him. Like that day, I was
It was
nice
really
to him.
funny for 2 hours.
I was nice to him for
The
2
first
hours.
hour and 59 minutes.
Yes.
She had been nice to you.
So he did this shit. Then I treated him like this ever fucking since. The nigga's laughing. So I'm like, the fuck are you laughing at? He goes, she ain't even really call you a bitch.
I ain't say it like that. I'm like, yo, L'Oreal, she ain't really call you a bitch. You can slow down.
Nah, he didn't. No, he did not.
I said
he
you
was
can slow down.
He's laughing hysterically.
Because I'm telling Charlamagne to chill and fucking like, man, just tell her, man. Because she wildin', man. She gonna have a crash.
Yeah.
He's out here trying to ruin your reputation. in the
That's what I
streets.
said.
She wildin' on me, so we start
I
back
was like,
and
nigga,
forth.
do you know what the fuck? I was going, because that's when I was on I was on Love and Hip Hop at the time. I was like, nigga, you really try to make me look crazy? Like one of these bitches that I went crazy. I was like, motherfucker, I'll have your hotel surrounded.
And she didn't know who I was.
But I wasn't
was like,
joking. You know I wasn't joking.
Right, she wasn't joking.
I wasn't joking. They called envy on me. He in New York. In the bed.
It's like 3 in the morning. I'm in the bed. Yo, can you tell L'Oreal to chill? She said she gonna have
get out the car.
Get the fuck out the car. I'm gonna have you sleeping with the fishes. They're gonna take a dirt nap. I'm like, what?
Kaiser still to this day say that line.
Which one?
Kaiser always be like, you'll be dead in the morning.
Oh, you'll be dead. That's what he said. You'll be dead in the morning.
This is what the fuck I gotta deal with this fucking.
She said you're gonna take a dirt nap. You're gonna be dead in the morning.
You'll be dead in the morning. Yeah, this is before Ubers. This is before on the highway in LA.
No, it's Charlamagne's birthday.
Charlamagne's birthday.
It was his birthday. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
And you know what's crazy?
I said,
Next
get the
week,
fuck out.
we got like a birthday tour. The next week, we get fucking the car run out of gas in the Maserati.
They made me ride in a car with him. I was mad as hell.
From Charlotte to Columbia to Charlotte, I got this motherfucker. Only thing I got us talking again was weed.
Not even. I was like, pass it to me.
That constituted a conversation.
The car ran out of gas, nigga.
Who drove?
Him. He was driving. He came to pick me up. We was
exit.
going to the airport to go to Charlamagne's other birthday party.
2-hour ride with this motherfucker. So I'm trying to.
He was pushing a
drive fast enough.
Maserati in 95-degree weather by himself. I was drinking the lemonade. I wasn't even staring.
Yo, so I had to sit there and push the shit up the hill. L'Oreal, the car goes to like. Yo,
I didn't even touch the steering wheel.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm pushing the fucking car down the road. It's hot as hell. We in fucking Charlotte.
But anyway.
Lo and behold, you two were meant for each other.
Now he's my best friend.
However many years later.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. Okay, now let's, like I said, wax is ABCs, but
Yes.
MB
How
saved
we
his
even
life,
get there?
child. Because I definitely was about to have him dead in the morning over some bullshit. All right.
Yes.
Now, the word for today,
Let me see
wax,
it. Let me see it.
DEMAGOGUE.
All right. DEM. Dema. Go. Goo. All right. Dema go goo is like.
Them go goo. Okay.
Yeah, them going go. It's like in South Carolina, like the Charleston slang. That's a Geechee word. You know what I'm saying? So when them a go goo is like go do something. So them a go do goo to Target to go get some white tees.
Them go goo yard work. Like them go goo.
Them go do that yard work. So, you know what I'm saying? So them a go goo. So all right, here we go. Let me do a definition. When I go to Carolina and go back to my airsoft, and I'm like, yo, where everybody go? And they're like, them a go goo to the airsoft spot to go ahead and get some more ammo. Them a go goo. Holla at your boy.
Smith.
I mean, I know that's
I'm
right.
not gonna lie. I don't even know how to say that word. Gia?
A demagogue.
Demagogue. Okay.
Demagogue.
Who knows
Demagogue.
everything? Who knows everything?
And what demagogue means?
Has something to do with worship.
A leader. Yeah, a leader who who makes use of popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power.
Yeah,
There you
that's kind of
go.
what I said.
Gia
Kind of
beat
what I
you.
said.
Yeah, pretty bright.
Who's smarter than wax?
listen.
Everyone.
No, I'm saying that's kind of what I said though. It's a leader, but the leader went to go them.
What the demagogue?
All right, y'all.
Gog, like synagogue. Demagogue.
That's what I'm saying.
Synagogue.
Only reason why I say
Synagogue.
telephone is because I know how telephone look. If you tell me I could read something, I could read. But if you tell me to spell any one of the words, I can't spell it for you.
I get it.
Okay, anyway.
But you just read that.
I read what?
Demagogue.
Demagogue.
He sounded it out.
Demagogue.
He did.
Yeah, you did. You read
tried.
that.
Demagogue.
See, he's trying to have y'all believe that he ain't
I don't know
too
nothing.
bright, but
I know
So
nothing
So is he
at all.
fooling us all
He's
along?
fooling all y'all.
Who knows anything?
He's
He ain't
Kaiser
fooling a
Sose.
motherfucker.
He's Kaiser Sose out this
We
witch.
know he's full of shit.
Who knows anything?
All right, let them know where they can find y'all podcast,
Yes.
obviously, and where they can find y'all and all that good stuff, and where they can get the book.
Yes. So you can get the book on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles or anywhere that you buy books, truthfully. But pre-order right now.
You got pictures?
You won't regret it.
There's pictures
There
in there.
is pictures in there.
There's six
See,
a whole
if y'all
section.
get the picture book,
See, you just had to. See,
a whole section
oh,
for
see,
you.
I'm here.
Look
Yeah,
at
there's a
that.
picture of us being, when we were young, all our
Come
kids.
on, man. But you know what's crazy?
Baby.
He can't even find them.
all of my
Right, keep
babies
going.
are new babies.
I don't see pictures.
The
I see-
illest picture in there you guys will see is a story of when Gia got when she got jumped.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the illest picture in there that you guys will get
I
to
didn't
see.
put it in that section. I put it in the section where we
That you
talk
talked
about
about
the
it.
story.
Yeah.
I didn't want you
Dope.
to be looking through beautiful
Yeah.
pictures and then be hit
This is
with
dope.
that picture. I wanted people that saw the picture to be prepared, so I
Yeah.
put it in that chapter.
You know,
So
y'all should
I
see
just
y'all
only
can-
didn't mention that because I was trying to leave some things for people.
Oh, yeah, no,
that,
that's
you know
perfect.
what I mean?
Yeah, no,
nah, give it to
no.
him now. But the one thing they missing is we're gonna have in our book. We have I like a coloring section, I got colors.
Lord,
Listen, when you get tired of reading, you just go to the
go to the section of colors.
outside
It's for everybody. You
Called
gotta
the
have it for
wax
everybody.
section.
Come on.
Wax page in the back.
Because when
Please
I go to
don't.
restaurants and stuff, I still ask for give me a little crown and a little thing for the kids.
I'm so sick of him. But I do like that you touched on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yeah, but you can pick up the book, and we're telling everybody, it's very important to pre-order the book if you can, and the reason being is,
Dope.
even though it comes out is because of everything that's going on with the supply chains, it's taking a long time to produce books, so they need to know who's ordering the book. So we're telling, I know our people are kind of like me, we don't like to pre-order, we like to get it the day that it comes out.
Day of,
Kinda like
the hour
me.
of.
Yeah.
So we need to get it, make sure you pre-order so you can get your book early and make
Yeah.
sure you get the book. And then we're going to go on tour, and then hopefully, this is actually our first interview.
Yes, I
Okay.
realized
Yeah,
that.
this is our first
And
interview.
that's why we
Ching,
were so excited
This is our
because we
first
knew
interview.
that. Well, we were already excited.
Yeah, so this is our
But
first
we're
interview,
honored.
and then we start going on the road next week, and we're hitting every city, every tour. We're doing everything from the Breakfast Club, the Tierman Hall to
GMA.
Yeah, Good Morning America. We're doing all the shows
Good Day
and
New York.
small and big podcasts because we just want to talk about our story, and hopefully we can help people with some of the bullshit that we went through.
I mean, that's the reason why we
Y'all
wrote
definitely
Yeah.
helped me out.
we wrote the book to help.
Yeah, please,
people.
can y'all therapy this guy because he needs some damn help.
I see. That
How do we
therapy-
help you out?
I look at your Instagram as therapy.
There you go.
Helps me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It'd be like, y'all kind of really mess me up too because it's like if I don't have that, then I can't do it. You know what
It's
I'm
like
saying?
if
But
you're not
now-
matching.
Yeah, so then it's like now reading your book, it was like, oh, okay, then I had that before. Oops, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
If I would have just followed.
Yeah,
this
yeah. So right
trajectory.
now the book is really going
Yeah.
to help out a lot of people. Like, oh no, I wasn't that. Even though it looked good, we're gonna have good and bad days. You see what I'm saying? And y'all putting them both in one, so that's
And
good.
it's approachable. There
Yeah.
are lists. There are questions. It's an easy read.
It
It's
is.
a tangible source for people to be able to
4
pick
letters
up
or less.
and
4
say,
letters.
No, not
and
that
say,
easy.
like, I've been down this path, or I've seen these red
Super
flags.
relatable.
Or even if,
Relatable.
I see these red flags in me, damn, I need to fix up. And it's also empowering for women. It lets you know that, you are worthy and you can put your foot down and demand what you deserve.
That's right.
So I think that is very important because I come from a place of that where strength is very important to me in women, within myself, and it helped to save our relationship. So it's all explained. And like I said, there are lists, there are how-tos, there are things that you'd
Questions
be like,
you ask before marriage.
Yes,
I love that
25
too.
questions to
I love
ask
that.
yourself.
If we have more time, I promise you.
Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah, y'all have to come
Yeah,
back. We would
yeah.
love that. And I do love how you touched on, because I went through this growing up, and that's you know, it wasn't really cool to be light skinned when, you know, when we was growing up and younger or whatever the case. And I think that now, because people look at it like, oh, it's a privilege, or the light skinned people are praised, or whatever the case, I think we almost forgot about what back in the day
Well,
when
I
it used
got
to
no
be straight
melanins.
hate. No, it used to be straight hate. Soon as you, because I had the same situation.
Yeah.
I came into a new school, and it was automatically like, she thinks she's all that.
Okay.
She did it, and I'm like, damn, I ain't even say nothing yet. Like,
Sister.
but that was kind of the reason for the situation that happened
For the
with
attack,
you.
yes,
Yeah,
so-
for the attack.
I have a scar here and a scar here.
How many
and,
stitches in total?
This one was 50. This one was probably maybe 20. So maybe
Like
70 on my
70,
face. And then
sheesh.
it was about another 60, 70 on my thigh. But yeah.
You can read the story in the book. It was about they jumped her and sliced her face, and it was crazy. It was, and I'll just say this before we leave. I hate talking about it, but I used to take Gia home every day from school. Every day I wait for her if she had track or whatever, and then I drive her home. This was the one day my man called me, was like, yo, I can't make it to work today. Can you fill in for me?
Yeah.
And I was like, no problem. Let me get somebody to pick up Gia. The person that was supposed to pick up Gia had football and
Track.
and Gia was like, I'm not waiting. I'm just gonna leave early. She
Yeah.
took the bus to Jamaica Avenue and then got into the incident. That one day I didn't take her home.
Yeah. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and we had half a day. And his track practice was at normal track
Yeah.
time, which meant I would have had to wait from 12:30 to 2:30, and then from 2:30 to 4:30.
It was like,
when
I'm
it was
not
over, I
waiting.
was like, oh no, I'm out. I'm just gonna take the bus.
Right.
And then a whole situation unfolded. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's in the book. It's explained in detail. And while
Was that difficult for you to like talk about that, or I mean, I know it was years ago, but still, it's like when you were explaining it, I'm like, man, this had to be a
No, it's
traumatic
difficult for me.
situation.
It ain't
it's
bad for her.
difficult for him to
I don't like
hear.
to talk
It's
about it.
not
I like to hear
difficult
it.
for me
Yeah.
to talk about. It wasn't difficult then for me to talk about, which is hard for a lot of people to explain. And I'll tell you a quick little thing. When we wrote the book, our editors at Abrams, there were just certain pieces, and they were like you read. I said that when I was in the hospital, they didn't want to let me see my face. They tried to keep me from getting to a mirror.
Right.
When they left, I looked out the door and I looked to the left, looked to the right. Nobody was there. And I took off looking for a bathroom. Found a bathroom, opened the door, and saw my face covered in blood. And I mean, people think, because slashings were rampant at the time.
Right.
And you would think, anytime I heard a story or whatever, you think, oh, you get slashed with a razor blade, it's a slit. No, your face opens up. My face was fleshy and bloody and whatnot. So when I turned on the lights in that bathroom and I looked at myself, and I was just like, oh my God. And I cried.
Do you wish you didn't look at yourself?
No, and that's why I needed to see it that day. I needed to know what had happened before it was sutured. I needed to relate to what had actually happened to me. That's why when I got back to the room, I asked my best friend who was with me to take a picture.
And you placing it right there?
I needed to be able to go back to that picture. And I didn't really know why I wanted to take the picture, but I knew I needed to take the
Something
picture.
inside of you
Something
knew.
inside. And thank God that I did, because 2 years later, when it went to trial,
You needed that.
I needed that picture, because you would have seen my face similar to how it looks today.
They're like,
and
ain't
you'd be
nothing
like,
wrong.
oh,
Yeah.
you could barely see it. No, you'll see in the book what it looked like
Yes.
that day.
my
And the
Lord.
jury needed to see that.
Yeah.
And when they passed it around, every single juror cried.
And that was God, because wasn't no camera phones then,
There was no
child.
camera phones,
Wasn't no
no.
camera
Oh yeah, no,
phone.
it was my little
Yeah.
But that
my
was the
little
only
camera.
time she ever cried about it, ever. in life.
So in the book I wrote, like, that was the first and last time that I cried about that situation.
Wow.
I made up my mind that what they set out to do to me was not going to be done. You're not going to ruin my
No power.
exterior.
No
You're not
power.
going to ruin my security. You're not going to ruin my spirit.
Yeah.
So because of that, like I said, it was Thanksgiving vacation. My school called because it was in the news. It was everywhere. I was on the Montel Williams show.
Geraldo Rivera.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal at the time. My school called me and said, you don't have to come back to school for several weeks. Take your time, etc. I was like, no, I'm going to be back to school on Monday. You
Yeah,
know?
what an amazing woman you are.
But-
Like, really.
So no, it's
really
never been
strong.
difficult to talk about because it's the type of things that we need to talk about. There's so many things in our community that people are ashamed to talk about.
Yeah.
Because they're so concerned about image.
Yeah.
And that's why we wrote the book. I just wanted to be completely vulnerable and be like, okay, you see two people have a great relationship and kids and whatnot. You believe that, oh, it must be. No, it's not perfect. Everything takes work. We've struggled to get to where we are.
Yeah.
And we wanted to expose that so people don't look at Instagram, and not just art, but anybody's pages and think that everything's just gravy.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to work and you have to be deliberate and intentional about your relationship and about your love to be in a great place. So that's what we wanted to show people in the sense of community. Like, let's share the wounds. Let's share the hurt. Let's share the pain. So people can look at it and be like, all right, this is a good reference point. I relate to that. Oh, I understand what's normal. And not to say that bad things are normal, but what's normal is that bad things do happen to
That's
people
right.
and between people. And that's what we wanted to expose. You
And
know?
y'all did it. Y'all, it's an amazing book. Everybody make sure y'all go get that.
Thank you, guys.
April 19th. We love y'all. Yay. Bully and the Beast podcast. Make sure y'all go listen to all the past episodes. Rate, review, subscribe.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And we'll
I
see you
made
next
that
week.
phrase
No, you
up.
didn't. That's my phrase. He actually stole it from me.
Tell a friend.
Oh, he stole it from you. Okay,
No,
that
I
will
made
make
that.
sense now.
He stole my dog name. He said, like, this guy
What's
wants
your dog's
to be
name?
me, Monster, and then
Okay.
he's 7. And this guy gonna name his puppy Monster. Like, you didn't know
My
that was
dog
my
name
dog.
is Blessings, but
He
his
calls
middle
him
name-
Monster.
His middle name is Monster. He's
How is his middle name?
My dog got a middle name. It's
This
Monster.
nigga want to be me so bad. Like, Bully and the Beast podcast.
You.
Thank y'all.
Yay.